Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Caitlin and I am a love and dating coach. So what I wanted to talk to you about this week was the feeling that dating can sometimes be a bit of a battlefield. I don't know if anybody else experiences that, but a lot of the time we feel like we've got to really rev ourselves up to actually go into it, and we've got to spend kind of months either getting over disappointment, having a break, and then all that time and effort and energy going in feels huge, doesn't it? And I think that's why the cycle of dating burnout can be so big, because it means, over time when this has happened again and again, we have to heal, we have to recover, we have to start the process, which means we develop what I call a little dating armour. Like we almost go into it as if we're ready for battlefield. We go in like with the shield at the ready, or possibly armed. And for some people, it might look like immediately being on the defensive. So we're scanning for red flags all the time. We're waiting for people to prove that, yeah, they're an idiot. We might start testing people. We might wait for them to mess up or jump on anything they say, taking as evidence that it's not right. I've got a little hedgehog in my garden at the moment that comes out at night. And as soon as my dog goes out, the prickles are out. That's basically what we feel like. It's like we're prickly and, we're really we're just there waiting for somebody to mess up. Or it could look like your walls are sky high and it's incredibly difficult to see the real you or touch the real you. And you might come across as very cool, calm, collected, but actually you can feel quite guarded and you can feel very cautious, and you do really struggle to let people see your inner world, or perhaps be yourself, or share anything, or show up with any form of vulnerability. Or for quite a lot of clients, this is a really, really common one I see, that kind of disappointment and evidence that things don't work out and that do go wrong has turned into a form of hyper independence that's based on, a kind of trauma response. It doesn't mean independence is bad, it's an incredible thing. But if you have learned again and again that we're only going to be disappointed, you can only rely on yourselves, perhaps you can't trust others, or maybe you don't want to be a burden, then what tends to happen is we really struggle to ask for help or be vulnerable, or we have to go it alone. It's that kind of very insular approach where we might even struggle to let people buy us a coffee or give us a compliment, something like that. But what is really common throughout these situations is we are always assuming the worst about dates, about ourselves, about the situation, about other people, and it's almost got to the point where we then expect to be disappointed. And when we're in this mindset, what we do is then collect evidence to support this idea of disappointment, to support these beliefs that aren't very helpful. So we are constantly looking and scanning for more evidence to fit with this. But it's very, very hard to meet somebody from this place, because it feels like you're dating in a boxing ring, And if two people have any of the same trauma or defenses or blind thoughts or whatever is going on, then it's like two magnets that repel each other. It can be so difficult to get to know somebody from this stance, either from somebody who's trying to date you or vice versa. And it does not set you up to have a successful relationship or a successful dating scenario, whatever situation it is, even with friendships, with family, at work. If you, I always say, if you went into a job interview thinking, I hate the boss, this company looks shit, I don't want to be here, I don't really want this job anyway, I'm not going to get it, what would your energy be like? Would you get the job? No, you wouldn't, okay? Same goes for dating. So I want to give you now 4 or 5 tips on how we can actually start to break down these defenses, soften a little bit, and start to maybe generate a little bit more about that hope that good people are out there and that good things do happen. Now, it can be quite difficult in these videos to try and look at kind of mindset work or belief work. So I want to give you some simple behavioural changes you can actually go away and try this week. And I'm not actually going to talk about anything to do with dating. So realistically, our dating life is going to reflect our everyday life. So this is where I actually want us to start. Tip number 1 seems super simple, but centre the day and ask yourself, how can I show up today with trust or with hope or with connection or with openness? Like whatever it is that you're working on, ask yourself how you can show up, what you can do that day that is going to be in alignment with that goal. Because we do want to start to align behaviour and the goal that you're working towards, don't we? Number 2, again, these are what things that sound so simple, but you are so surprised about how few people do them. But I want you to start practicing slowing down when you're out and about and actually stopping to notice what's around you, to perhaps when people pass you by, show up with a degree of openness. So rather than headphones in, head down, especially if you live in London, like scowling at everybody, it might mean actually saying good morning, chatting to somebody. It might mean taking an extra 30 seconds to ask the person who's making a coffee how it's going for them. It might mean taking your headphones out. It might mean stopping to pet a dog. Don't care what it is. But when you are out and about every day, see how you are showing up. Look at your energy and start. The more we kind of interact with people and we connect with people and we have little moments every day, the more it builds evidence that it is okay to be open. The third one is I'd like you to allow yourself to be a little bit more vulnerable in a space that feels safe, right? So this might be when it comes to work, asking a colleague to help you on a project, or it might be sharing something with a friend that you wouldn't normally, or asking for help on something practical. So we want to, again, build the evidence that people can be trusted, you can be supported, that you don't have to do everything alone, which in turn will lower your defenses and allow you to connect more when dating. The fourth step is I want you to start accepting acts of kindness and love, whether it's a compliment, whether it's a coffee, rather than like brushing it off and immediately rejecting it. I'd like to say thank you instead. So all of these exercises are designed to build a kind of new bank of evidence that it is okay to not have to wear the armour constantly in everyday life, because it is exhausting. And I do know how scary it is to lower the defences or let yourself hope or perhaps show somebody the real you. So this is something I work on with clients time and time and time again, but the results really do speak for themselves, because you deserve a situation where you feel light and you feel peaceful and you feel happy and you see the good in people and people see the good in you. So these kind of simple things really is where we have to start. And as I said, this isn't going to take months of reflection. This can be something you can start tomorrow. So I hope that was helpful for you. As always, please do get in touch on the comments or email me at caitlin@thecompatibilitycoach.co.uk. I do have new one-to-one spaces opening up, so come and have a chat if you fancy it. Bye.